my friends, and welcome to your April 2017 product update. I'm beyond giddy with excitement to unveil these phenomenal updates to you, but first, isn't there something amazing / life-changing / monumental happening this month? Oh yeah, that would be Icon 2017! Just in case you live under a rock and have no idea what I'm talking about, let me show you this awesomeness. If you head on over to attendicon.com, which you should all be doing at this very second, you will see that small business success happens here. That's all you need to know, right? Okay, fine, I'll give you more details. So, Icon is our annual 3-day user conference here in lovely Phoenix, Arizona from April 25th to the 27th. And why should you be there? Well, you get to connect with small business owners from all around the world while you get inspired, build your business strategy, find help from partners and pros, and let's just be real, you get done. Since I know that you're all convinced by now that you need to be there, all that's left to do is hit register in the top right corner. Now wait just a second. Is that Marcus Lemonis from CNBC's hit show The Profit as the keynote speaker? Yes please. And I get to save $100 if I register today? Yeah, enough said. Since you're now all busy filling out registration, we're going to continue on to this month's product update. Here's the timeline for the video if you would like to skip ahead, but trust me, you won't want to skip anything in this release. And without further ado, here are your new features from the best product update of 2017. First up, we now have the ability to unpublish our live campaigns for those moments when we need to stop everything and reassess. There's a new integration in town with the ability to automatically import contacts from select third-party channels using our new and native Zapier integration. Another game-changing integration we are introducing this month is with BigCommerce, and I can't wait to show you that new e-commerce option. We have the new Sidebar for email, which brings the power of CRM right into your inbox, more international translations and location-based features to deliver to you. The email builder received more love this month with a couple of great enhancements we'll show you later. User permissions now have detailed descriptions next to each level, so you know what you're allowing and restricting with confidence. We can now upload new logos within the Branding Center, and last but definitely not least, you can now change your Infusionsoft ID all on your own with one simple step. Hopefully you're all sitting on the edge of your seats by now, craving for more details, because we're ready to dive in and show you what's next. We know that we all have those moments when we realize that we need to stop our campaign because we chose the wrong list, or maybe we canceled that promotion, but manually removing everyone and deleting the campaign is not something we want to do. Good news, you can now take a breath and just hit unpublish. So here's how it works. I decided that my campaign here was launched a little prematurely and I don't want it running or those 5 contacts to continue through. So all I need to do is switch it back to edit mode, like so. And under actions, I'm going to select unpublish. Once I select unpublish, this lovely pop-up will appear. And the app's checking if I have any live landing pages or web forms, which I do in this case, and wants to make sure I have complete control over the message that would pop up if someone tried to fill out that now inactive web form. So right now it'll say, thank you for your interest. This form is no longer receiving submissions. I'm okay with that, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that unpublish button. Okay, 2 things just happened. First, all my campaign components that were live are now in ready mode. So they're ready to be published again, but not live at this moment. Second, if we switch back to reporting, you'll notice in our date range filter dropdown, I only have the last 24 hours and last 30 days available because currently no contacts are in this campaign because unpublishing immediately removes them instead of me having to manually do that. So, crisis is averted, and now I don't have to worry about my contacts running through the campaign, and better yet, my campaign is still there and waiting for me when I'm ready to use it. Next up, we have an exciting integration with Zapier to announce that's going to make importing contacts a whole lot easier. For those of you who have no idea what Zapier is, it's a third-party application that allows you to connect your various apps, for example, Gmail and Trello, without having to worry about complicated coding, mapping, or API integration. So basically, it's a way to allow your multiple programs to talk to each other and give commands using their Zap feature. Since most of you have leads and new contacts coming in from multiple sources like Facebook and WordPress, it'd be nice to have a way to automatically add them to Infusionsoft without having to set up an API integration, right? Well, that's where Zapier comes in. If you navigate over to the cornerstone and select CRM, and then once you hover over contacts, you'll see a new option for Zapier. And you can now set up a Zap natively in your application to have new contacts that have been added through your other lead funnels, like Facebook, for example, automatically pushed into Infusionsoft. Let's set it up for my business page on Facebook to give us some more context. I'm going to select Use this Zap, and this pop-up will appear that allows me to set up the entire Zap without having to go to Zapier's website. On this page, you get some info behind how it works and what you're going to need to set it up, which in this case is a lead form in Facebook, which I already have. So I'm going to select I'll create this Zap. And here is where I would log into my already existing Zapier account if I had one, or I could sign up for Zapier. Now, since it is a separate application, they have their own monthly fee, but since Infusionsoft partnered with Zapier for this premium integration, we are offering a 45-day free trial for you to try it out. I already have a Zapier account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Perfect. So here's what the Zap is doing. It's adding a new lead to Infusionsoft, so I'm going to hit continue. And then this is where I'm going to connect my Facebook account by selecting Connect a New Account. Now, since my computer remembers me logging into Facebook, it already recognized my Facebook account, so it added it right here and it's checkmarked. And I'm going to hit Save and Continue. All right, now, since I have a couple different Facebook pages attached to my login, this is where I'm going to choose the page that I want to pull those leads from. So in this case, it's going to be my business page, Infused Interior Design. And then here's the beauty of Zapier. It'll automatically recognize any forms that I have on that business Facebook page, and I'll select it from this dropdown. I only have one, and it's my dream home wish list. And then I'm going to hit Continue. So I've just connected my form, and now I can actually test the integration by selecting this button, and then it will find the most recent lead that filled out my form, and I can view what that lead would look like. After testing, I would hit Continue, and then I'm selecting the action to create Update Contact in Infusionsoft, so I'll hit Continue. It's already selected. And this is where I would connect my Infusionsoft account that I want the new contacts from Facebook added to by logging into my application. So I'm going to select Connect Account. Make sure I have the right password in there for my Infusionsoft application. Hit Login. And then from here, if your ID is connected to multiple applications, you would select which app you wanted those contacts pushed into. And then you're going to hit Select Allow. All right, so now my Infusionsoft account is connected, and I can go ahead and continue by selecting this button. Now on this page is where I decide what information I want to use to create the new contact in Infusionsoft. By default, the email will always be needed to create the contact, so leave that field as is and then click Show Advanced Options. So there's a lot of fields to keep in mind as you fill out on this page. You can select how Infusionsoft will duplicate contact check. Make sure you always select yes for this opt-in, or all of your contacts are going to come into Infusionsoft as unmarketable and you're not going to be able to send them any emails. If you collect the customer's first name in your lead form, you would select the title of that field from this dropdown. So full name is how I have it in my Facebook form, so I make sure it goes into the first name field in Infusionsoft, and I would do the exact same thing for the last name. To trigger automation in Infusionsoft, which is the most exciting part, you would select the tag or tags that would be applied once they've been added to Infusionsoft. So it's pulling all of my tags that I have in Infusionsoft. I'll choose my You're It tag, so that'll be applied as soon as they get added from Facebook into my Infusionsoft account. And last, if you've created a lead source for this form in Infusionsoft already, type that name in this lead source field and make sure it matches exactly so Infusionsoft can recognize that field. If there are any other custom fields you are capturing, follow the same process to populate those values. So you're going to scroll to the bottom once you're done, all the way to the bottom, and hit Continue. So this is showing me a test contact, how it would be added to Infusionsoft. Once I'm good with that, I'm going to select Create and Continue. And it worked. If you wanted to see what that looked like, you could go ahead and view that contact, make sure everything looks okay, but I'm good with it, so I'm going to select Finish. Last and final step is to turn the Zap on, just like so it can start running, and that is it. That was just Facebook, but if you go back to this page, you'll see that you can also set it up for Kajabi, Acuity Scheduling, Eventbrite, GoToWebinar, Typeform, Wufoo, Gravity Forms, FormStack, and Google Sheets. And these are the Zaps that Zapier recognizes as the most popular integrations their customers use when connecting to Infusionsoft. A couple of items to keep in mind. This only works for new contacts that are added to these third-party systems once the integration has been set up. So if you have an existing list that you need imported, you'll follow our normal import process in the application. And last, if you do need help with the setup process, Zapier support will be more than happy to help you. I would now like to introduce you to BigCommerce. This integration will allow you to leverage the CRM power of Infusionsoft while having the benefits of the BigCommerce platform. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is BigCommerce, Kyra? So glad you asked. BigCommerce is a powerful e-commerce software that provides you all the features you need to build an online store. And they offer some pretty amazing templates in their theme store, so you don't have to start from scratch. The best part is they integrate with Infusionsoft to automate your marketing and sales processes. So how does it all work? The integration does require you to have an active BigCommerce store, but there is a 2-month free trial available until May in case you just want to check it out, and you do need to have the e-commerce module in your Infusionsoft application in order for the integration to work. To use the integration, you just have to download it from the BigCommerce App Store, which I'll show you those steps in a bit. Here is why the integration is so powerful. When a new order is received in your BigCommerce store, the BigCommerce integration will verify the customer exists as a contact in Infusionsoft. If the customer is not already in Infusionsoft, the integration will add them automatically. When a new order is received in your BigCommerce store, the BigCommerce integration will verify the products on that order are in Infusionsoft, and if they're not, it will automatically import them into Infusionsoft. The integration transfers new orders to Infusionsoft automatically, including products ordered, shipping handling, taxes, and coupons. This saves you time in manually transferring over data and ensures that your Infusionsoft application is up to date with your customers' most recent orders. Now, current data in Infusionsoft means that you're able to get accurate information to make sound business decisions. And you can apply tags to the contacts in Infusionsoft once someone does purchase through your BigCommerce store, so you can trigger automation. Let's take a look at the setup process. From the App Store in BigCommerce, you'll select the Infusionsoft integration. This page will provide all the details and capabilities of the integration, including reviews, and when you're ready, you'll select Install. Select Confirm once you read the permission details. Now you need to connect your Infusionsoft application to BigCommerce by selecting this link. Choose the right Infusionsoft application from the dropdown, and then select Allow. On this last page is where you would adjust your settings, including what tags to apply to the contact records in Infusionsoft. The last and final step of the whole process is to checkmark this Enable Sync box and then select Apply. Voila, you are done and the integration is live and ready to go. Next up, the power of Infusionsoft right where you already work. Access your Infusionsoft CRM records, add contacts to marketing campaigns, create or complete tasks, and automate back-office workflows right from the comfort of your email inbox. With your CRM only a click away, you'll boost productivity and save time. Let me show you how this new email sidebar works. This sidebar can be downloaded from the marketplace for Chrome or Firefox and currently supports Gmail and Inbox by Gmail. So I have Gmail. I'm going to go ahead and download it so I can walk you through the setup process. From the Chrome store, all I need to do is select Add to Chrome, add the extension, wait for it to give me the notification. Once it's downloaded, you may need to restart your browser for the sidebar to show up correctly, but I went ahead and just opened up a new window, logged into my Gmail, and there it is on the right-hand side. First thing I need to do is log into my Infusionsoft account with my ID and password. So I'll put my ID in, my password. Once I log in, it wants me to select the application that I want to connect it to in case I'm connected to multiple applications. And then I'll just select Allow. The sidebar should refresh and we're ready to go. Some of the amazing features of the sidebar include the ability to add contacts from an email, and once I add them, I have the ability to add tags, notes, tasks, and appointments. From this drop-down in the top right, I have the ability to go to the full Infusionsoft contact record. It'll open up a new tab and present the full contact record to me inside of my application. From that same drop-down, I can run an action set, and one of my personal favorite features is I can access the contacts file box right from the sidebar. So if I select that, I would see all the files that they currently have connected to their contact record, and I can even add a new file. I can also choose what custom fields I want to display in the sidebar by selecting Extra Fields panel, which will show me my current custom fields that I'm presenting, or I can select new ones. And the cherry on top to this whole thing, we can also manage the contact's opportunity records and create new opportunity records, which I'm going to do. So once I select it, it recognizes I don't have any current opportunity records for this contact. So I'm going to select Add Opportunity, give it a title. I can choose what user in my system I want to be the owner of the opportunity record, what stage I would like them in, any notes, the next action date. Next action notes, I can insert my projected revenue high and my projected revenue low, and when I'm done, all I need to do is hit save. So now it'll recognize that I have an opportunity in the system, and I can even select it and edit it at any time within the actual sidebar. So I can do all my stage moves inside of my sidebar in my Gmail account. The last and final feature is when I actually send an email from my Gmail, like so. You'll notice that the send button is green and there's this tracking checkbox next to it. So if I go ahead and send this, because I have the sidebar downloaded, all of my emails are going to be tracked so I can tell if this contact opened or did not open my email. To check those stats, all I need to do is select the little Infusionsoft icon in the top right of my browser, and it'll say Infusionsoft CRM Email Tracker if you hover over it. And this pop-up will appear where I can then see all of the people who have opened my emails and those who have not opened. I can also turn on notifications in the top right here, and as long as I'm logged into my email, as soon as someone does open one of my emails, a little pop-up will appear on my screen letting me know who opened it. Just a couple need to knows. Sidebar for email is not a replacement for Gmail Sync at this time. So if that is a plugin you are already using, you would still rely on that to sync your emails from Gmail to Infusionsoft. However, that email sync and calendar sync function that you are used to using with Gmail Sync will be forthcoming add-on products to this email sidebar in the future. And I did mention that the sidebar is only available for Gmail and Inbox by Gmail at this time, but it will soon be available for additional email clients like Office 365. We have more international improvements for this month, so let's take a look. Let me preface that these new updates will translate into the following languages: French, German, Spanish, and Brazilian Portuguese. So first up, the language dropdown on the update page will now render based off of the customer's browser locale. Dates and times render in proper format based off of the customer's browser locale for external facing pages such as this customer invoice. We remove that $1 million limit for currency amounts as evident in this shopping cart product listing. And last but definitely not least, we have added time zone and language fields to the import process. I would totally drop the mic right now for these international wins, but I'm wearing a headset. Wah wah. The email builder is feeling the love this month with these two fabulous updates. First up, I love this small but hugely important update. We can now save our emails as templates in the new email builder. Woohoo! Okay, let me show you how easy it is when you're working on your email and you realize that it is the most beautiful email you have ever created. All you need to do is hit Save as Template and give it a name. And then I'm going to select Save. So next time you go to send an email, all you need to do is go to My Templates, and there she is. This next one is very exciting because now when you expand the tray, yes, that's what it's called, it doesn't cover up your beautiful work. It simply just bumps your email down so you can still see everything. You gotta love these email builder improvements. If you're like me and have spent a little too much time trying to adjust my user permissions because I had no clue what I was turning on and off, boy, have we got the solution for you. Now, when you go to edit one of your user's permissions, there are full, detailed explanations next to each permission level, so no more guesswork, and you can walk away with confidence that you know exactly what everyone's going to see. Uploading logos just became a little more convenient with this update. You used to have to upload your logo in the file box before you could select it as your default logo in the Branding Center. But with this update, if I head over to the Branding Center, I go to Logos and then select Edit for my default logo. You'll notice that I can upload the image and select it within one convenient screen. We love any new update that saves us some time. And our last and final update is a win-win for everyone. You now have the power to change your Infusionsoft ID. Let me show you how easy it is. From your application, you'll head on over to the Head and Shoulders icon and select Manage Accounts. This will take you to your Account Central. From here, you'll select Edit Your Profile. And to change your ID, all you need to do is type in the new email and hit Save. That's all you got to do. And you can change this as many times as you want, but do keep in mind that it changes the ID for all of your connected applications, which honestly makes it even better. Okay, it's time for some real talk. This really is one of the best product releases we've ever had, but let's be real, we could not have done it without your feedback. So this is my ask of you. Please, please, please continue to be open and real with us and tell us what you think about these product features and the features or enhancements you would still like to see. We are listening and can't wait to find more ways to innovate and constantly improve, but we cannot do that without your voice. So, in case you forgot how to submit your feedback, let's recap. Within the Help Center is where we actually provide all of the release notes, so you'd head on over to that selection, choose the update that you want to comment on, and select this Tell Us How We Did button. Once you select this button, this screen will appear on your left. You're going to give us a number rating from hate it to love it, and then you're going to let us know how you would rate this release and if you have any other feedback for us. And just to make sure we have adequate reporting, we want to know what type of user are you? Are you a customer, partner, or employee? Once you're done, you would hit submit, and that's it. On behalf of everyone here at Infusionsoft, thank you for the feedback you provided us so far, and we hope that you continue to bubble up your thoughts and ideas because that's how we innovate and constantly improve. It's that time where we recap all of our new features. We now have the ability to unpublish our live campaigns for those moments when we need to stop everything and reassess. There's a new integration in town with the ability to automatically import contacts from select third-party channels using our new and native Zapier integration. Another game-changing integration we are introducing this month is with BigCommerce. We have the new Sidebar for email, which brings the power of CRM right into your inbox. More international translations and location-based features were introduced. The email builder received more love this month with a couple of great enhancements. User permissions now have detailed descriptions next to each level so you know what you're allowing and restricting with confidence. We can now upload new logos within the Branding Center, and last but definitely not least, you can now change your Infusionsoft ID all on your own with one simple step. I'm sad to close this month's product update, but I know there will be even more awesomeness to present to you next month, and I know I'm going to see all of you at Icon anyways. So until then, that's a wrap for April's product update.